Sometimes, to make it feel like we're going out, we have a drive around, and we've been ending up at the picnic area up on the moor. We sit reading, doing crosswords and falling asleep. Or we watch other people who come to walk their dogs or ride bicycles up and down the lanes. It gets us out, sort of. But this week, John and I have been married for 46 years. We celebrated with a curry. Actually sat in a restaurant. Shimler's BYO. We popped in around 4:30 p.m, which turned out to be a good time to book for a 5 p.m. table. And it gave us time to go off and shop for our drinks at, indeed, the local Tesco. We bought a bottle of Sauvignon and 3 bottles of Cobra, which is quite a lot. I know. But when we arrived back at the restaurant, it was buzzing with people. Their socially distant seating arrangements were in place, and the waiters wore bright blue plastic gloves. In hindsight, we weren't sure how hygienic this last were, in fact. However, we drank wine whilst looking at the extensive menu and ate poppadoms and spicy yoghurt. I went for king prawn kashmiri and John had a lamb korai. The food was very good and we both agreed that the family-size naan we ordered was nothing other than enormous. When we looked at the bill, we realised it was half price. A government measure to try and get the economy going again. My God, John said, we're actually doing our bit. Earlier today, I just had a WhatsApp message from Portugal. The UK has lifted quarantine rules. A good sign. But we must weigh that against a muted Spanish border closure around, apparently, mid-September. Hope the latter doesn't happen and we can set off for our winter holiday in the sun as per normal. Here's hoping. A couple of weeks ago I realised my passport needed renewing and visited the online site where it could cost me £75 to get a new one. It was all very easy until it came to the photographs. There are quite a few rules to follow and I had to engage the help of John to take the photo on my iPad. Eventually he agreed to give it a go, even though it's not his best suit messing around with new technology. We tried around 8 or so pictures until there was one we thought we might get away with. When I uploaded it, the site gave it its poor rating, but allowed me space to say why I thought it was okay. All I could think of saying was that my eyes were very clear in the picture. The site actually allowed me to continue on the next pages, and eventually I paid and it was all finished. So I thought my application would be rejected once a person had actually handled it and looked at this poor photo. I was expecting to have to repeat the whole process again. But a minor miracle has happened and I received my new passport today. only 1 week after I applied. Fantastic. In the garden, our first potatoes have been lifted and they are delicious. We've had to give some away because we've so many. On a happier or less happier note, depending on how you look at it, our first squirrel has been caught in the new live trap. Then drowned in the water boat, a fast, humane way to kill according to the experts, and then cremated in the garden burner along with all the packaging we haven't yet managed to recycle. Top tip: swapping the bait from smooth to rough peanut butter seems to have done the trick.